Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining this Q3 update from the Autodesk Learning Partner team at Knowledge Point. I'm Thomas Carlson, and I'm being joined by two colleagues today, Anna and Kirill. You will hear from very briefly as they review some key topics. The intention of the call is to go through a bit of a backward looking to summarize what happened in the previous quarter, but primarily talk about initiatives that are coming up and adding a few reminders here and there. We are recording the call since not everyone could join live. So if I could please ask those of you who are here to make sure you have your phone muted while we present to avoid any background noise. And then we would have a lot of time. We should have plenty of time at the end to take questions if you either want to use the chat for those or actually unmute yourself and speak directly to us, then that would be appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's jump right in. We're going to go through the call in primarily 5 sections. We'll start with some reminders and highlights of recent initiatives from the Autodesk team. Then we'll cover the training evaluation system, and that's the main reason why because Kirill is here. He's working on our main operations team, and he has some good advice, tips, and tricks on how to make the most out of this tool. Anna will then pick up and provide you with some updates on both previous but also upcoming projects, and we'll talk about the Learning Partner Summit, which is happening already in a month and a half from today. And finally, as I said, we should have plenty of time for questions. I'd like to just start by highlighting an initiative that was announced earlier in the week, or actually end of last week. And it's directly from the Autodesk team, the Learning Partner team that look after the HC program and the ACI program. They have initiated a strategic project to look at the current programs, see what's working well, but then primarily also identify areas that could be improved for the future, new initiatives, new support features, etc. To do this, instead of doing it on their own, they've actually engaged PwC, or PricewaterhouseCoopers, who I'm sure many of you are already familiar with, a prominent consulting and research firm that are going to run this project on Autodesk's behalf. And they have built it in 2 primary sections. They are starting with the actual research of understanding what's working today, what might be good enhancements. And then the second part is that they will make recommendations on how Autodesk can implement initiatives or new features, as said, that respond to these, both opportunities and potentially challenges. A key component of that first phase of understanding what's working and what's not is a research survey that we've shared a link to on our partner portal. And we would like to invite everyone who's connected to an Autodesk Learning Partner in any shape or form. So it could be those of you who are training managers, if you're in a sales role that relates to training, selling Autodesk training, if you're an instructor delivering training, or if you have an administrative focus and you're working in Autodesk systems and tools with training related courses and things. Everyone's insights matter, and everyone's insight will help Autodesk and PwC, of course, to understand what it looks like today to be a member in this network, and as said, most importantly, what you would like to see in the future. This survey is available on the link you see on the screen. We'll also share it after the call again. It's open for another few days until the 14th of September, so this Sunday. And I would again really want to encourage all of you to take this opportunity and reply to those questions. Autodesk have initiated this project because they are very serious about continuing to enhance and improve this program. And this is a great opportunity for all of us to actually influence that and have a direct voice and a direct say in what might happen to our network and our business opportunities here in the future. So if you haven't already, please take a few minutes to fill in this survey. I know that Autodesk will appreciate it. They will then work together with PwC to come up with ideas and new initiatives, as said. These will be shared gradually in the coming months. The Learning Partner Summit is a key opportunity where we will have the leadership at Autodesk attend, and it will certainly be part of their presentations that are already booked for the summit to share insights from the survey, from the outcomes and the results. So something to look forward to, but please take the opportunity to share your feedback with Autodesk. Another big initiative that was announced this week, actually, and that is built on previous feedback that has come through the channel around the world, is that Autodesk has launched a new instructor enablement portal. This contains courses that are provided through Global e-training, who I believe many of you are familiar with, and it has been set up with an exclusive access for Autodesk certified instructors. It includes the entire product library that Global e-training has. So a combination of update courses to more fundamentals, even to more advanced course content. And the purpose is to provide a database of course content that your instructors can use for their personal upskilling and continuous professional learning opportunities. This comes at no cost to either to the instructor themselves or to you as the learning partner. And normally, if you're already working with Global e-training, you know that there is a cost to use this material. It's around $225 per year, but it's now being added without any extra cost on Autodesk behalf. There is one requirement to access this, and that is that the instructor has to have an active ACI badge. So they have to have met the baseline requirement of being a certified instructor. So this will initially not be extended if there are instructors who are registered but haven't met the ACI requirements. So that's something that each of your instructors need to look at themselves in terms of making sure they can then access this additional benefit. An exception to that is new instructors, brand new instructors who are registered, have applied and registered to become ACIs. They will have access as part of their onboarding on the assumption that they then meet those requirements that are set forth in the ACI program. So initially, all instructors with an active badge and those who are brand new and just joined and are on the path to earning the ACI standard badge will get access to this tool. Where I say will get access, actually the accesses were already sent out yesterday. So today is the 11th of September, for those of you who are watching the recording. So in the past 2 days, there was first an email notification sent directly by Autodesk to everyone who will get an account in this system, in this first batch. And then yesterday, on the 10th of September, there was a follow-up email with specific account details on how to log in that came from this no reply email you see on the screen here. We'd like to kindly ask everyone who's looking at this, if you're an ACI yourself, check your inbox. And if you're a training manager, please remind your instructors to look out for this. It's a great additional value that they're getting at no extra cost to sell. So it would be a shame to miss it. And they should definitely log in and activate their account. If there's any questions, someone didn't get an email unexplained without a clear reason, or if there's questions about eligibility, you can contact the Knowledge Point team. I see I actually put the wrong email address here. We'll correct that and share that. It's the usual help desk email that you normally connect with. So Anna and Sonia, and we will help you. But initially, hopefully a lot of your instructors already received the account creation emails, and we look forward to their feedback as they work through this material. So those were 2 really key updates. They all happened by coincidence, happened the same week, but thank you for structuring that and then reviewing both. So both the survey and then reminding every instructor to check out the new enablement portal for ACIs. With that, I'd like to move to the next agenda point, which has actually been added based on requests from a previous webinar where some partners said it would be useful to actually leverage these opportunities to also demo some of the tools and the processes that we as partners have to follow and work with. So to kick us off in that spirit, we've invited Kirill, who works at Knowledge Point, but who you probably haven't met before because he has a slightly different role. He works in our central operations team. So part of his task day to day is to support Autodesk directly, actually, among other things, with these systems and tools. So he's someone who knows this process and this tool, the training evaluation system, inside out, and would typically be the person who helps the rest of our team solve tricky questions that you might have or issues in the portal. So I'm really happy that Kirill had the chance to join us, and we've asked him to just show you a demo of certain key features in the training evaluation system. And we understand that some of this will already be known and familiar to some of you, but there's hopefully also maybe some new information or some tips and tricks that can be valuable to see. So Kirill, thank you for joining us. I'm going to hand over the screen to you and then ask you to share some good insights on the training evaluation system.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you for the nice introduction. So this is the training evaluation system, as all of you know, and just keep in mind that this is the test site of the system, and this is my simulated account as instructor to the system. So by logging to it, you will be presented with the home screen or the dashboard here, which gives you some initial information about the courses that you have registered in the system and some other data as well. So as you can see, here is the total number of courses registered by me, in this case as an instructor, this month, which is 5 in this case, just for demonstrational purposes. These are not real courses. And then you can see the number of evaluations that were placed regarding these courses. In my case, there is only 1. And then there is a small chart showing the courses by product, basically, where there was an evaluation placed. So basically, I received only 1 evaluation for the AutoCAD course that I have delivered. Why is it important to register courses in the TES? Basically, it's all about data, but also about some requirements closely related to the Autodesk Certified Instructor program as well. And the registration of courses is a pretty simple process that shouldn't take you more than 2-3 minutes, as we will see now. So the instructor should just click on the Add Course on the left-hand side, and this will present you with the initial homepage for registering a course. And as you can see, there are 4 main sections here when someone is registering a course, and we can start from the top. All the fields that are marked with the asterisks are mandatory fields, and course cannot be registered without filling them initially. So the first one is to select the partner type from the drop-down list. And as you may know, we have 4 different types of learning partners. So you should select the learning partner type that you are working for. And for this demonstration, we are going to use the ATC or the Authorized Training Center. The next field is the course title, which is a free field, and you can populate it as you see fit. But maybe it's a good practice to put the software name and the version that the course will be delivered on. So let's just say that we are going to deliver an AutoCAD course in 2025. Maybe you can add some additional information like the level of the course. Let's use advanced is here. Or you can put some initial numbers so you can match up your data with your internal systems as well. The next field is basically about the learning environment where the course will be delivered. And again, we have a drop-down list here listing all the approved learning environments for an ATC to deliver a course. For the demonstrational purposes, again, I'm going to select authorized site, which means that the course will be delivered at the ATC's premises using the ATC equipment as well. The next field is the site ID, And again, we have a drop-down list showing all the sites that the instructor has been affiliated with. So in my case, I'm affiliated only to one site, but if you're affiliated to more sites, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is no limitation whatsoever. You just need to select the correct site to the course creation form. You can see that the instructor ID and the instructor name are already pre-filled and they are gray out, so they are not able to be changed. That's because the system is recognizing the account that is creating the course and it's pre-filling this information for you. The next thing you will have to do is basically select the dates when this course will take place. So the course date from is the date when the course will start. So let's select today. And 2 is the field when we plan the course to end. So let's say that this course will be delivered in a time span of 1 week. Again, the survey year, in this case FY26, is pre-filled and cannot be changed. This is because the system is recognizing the dates and is assigning the fiscal year to the dates you have selected before. Just to show you, if we select the previous year, same dates, then the system automatically will pick up the survey year, which in this case will be FY25. So the system is reading all the previous entered information and is assigning the correct fiscal year. The next question is about the level of the training you are going to deliver. And as we put in the course title, we are going to deliver an advanced course. So you can select it from here. Or if it's something special that it's not offered by the system previously, you can use the other button and explain in the free field what kind of course you are going to deliver. But for now, let's just leave it as advanced. That brings us to the second section of the course creation form, which is basically the software that we will deliver the training on. Again, as we mentioned in the title, that will be AutoCAD, and we can select also the version of the software. There is also a field which is not mandatory, but can be used if your course is somehow affiliated to a secondary product. So just to demonstrate, let's say that this will be an AutoCAD course that will be linked with AutoCAD Mechanical, for example, and you can select the version as well. The third section is about the duration of the course. So this is not to be mistaken with the dates we put previously, but this is basically the hours that will take for this course to be delivered. So let's say that we will need 9 to 16 hours for this course to be completed in a span of 1 week, as we stated in the dates form. And at the end, the fourth section is about the material that you are going to use when you deliver this course. There are some already pre-filled options which you can select, but just ticking the fields here. Or again, you have a free field to use as other, but you will have to explain what type of material you are going to use. So let's say that we are going to use material that was developed by us as a training center in this case. And at the end, it's maybe the most important part that's about uploading the students or enroll the students into this course. And there are basically 2 ways to do it. The first way is to just enroll the students manually one by one by adding their first name, last name, and email address. Or if you have multiple students that will listen to this course, you can download the Excel template, which I have already done, and it's very easy. Just you click on the download button, which will download a template that looks a bit like this. It's very simple, just asking for the first name, the last name, and the email of the student. So you will have to pre-fill that in the Excel file, save it on your computer, and import the list from the file. So you just select it, click on upload, and as you can see, all the students are already recognized as with the information we pre-filled in the Excel file. By clicking the save button, that will trigger the creation of course. And of course, it's going to ask you to check all the information you have inserted and if you would like to change something. And by just clicking yes, this will create the course. Please disregard this information because this is the testing site and it's not working as the live site, but nevertheless, the course is already created. So how would you know that the course is created? It's very simple. You just go on the manage course and search course. You can even delete the course ID and click the search button. And this will bring all the courses that you have created. And as you can see, the system has already assigned a course ID number with a hyperlink, which if you click on it, will take you to that same course we just created. Again, you have the course ID on the form here, and most of the information are already grayed out because this system is registered, this training is registered in the system. Now, this is a good practice because we are using a testing site, and as you can see, the participants are not here because the error message showed, but I will demonstrate on how to add a participant in the course. This course is already expired because we selected FY24. So maybe I can just use another course to show you how to add participants manually. Okay, this is a course that I have previously set up in the system. So we can add participants by just putting their first and last name, put their email and click on OK. And the participant will be added here. It's worth mentioning that once the participant is added to the course, the system will trigger an email asking them to create an account in the training evaluation system with detailed steps on how to do that. Or if they have already created an account, they will receive a welcoming email just to enroll in this course. Once this is done, the students will be able to place an evaluation for the course that they have attended. And this is important both for the instructor and for the student as well, and I will explain why. For you as instructors, this is a good way to see how you deliver the course because the student itself is providing an evaluation to the course they have just attended with a few simple questions they have to answer. This is also reflected on your satisfaction rate, which is one of the main requirements for obtaining an ACI badge. So as you know, the minimum required satisfaction rate is 85% to gain that badge and to maintain it yearly. From student point of view, the evaluation is very important because that's the only way they can receive their certificate of completion. Basically, once the student places their evaluation, the system will trigger the creation of the certificate of completion and will be ready to be downloaded by the student itself. So how can you see what's your satisfaction rate currently and if you're available for ACI badge? That's basically shown in the evaluation report and the instructor performance report. This brings up a form that it's very simple to use and you have to change just a few things. For example, the evaluation month. So the system is allowing you to see the received evaluation by month, by quarter, or by annual year. So for this purpose, we are going to select the annual year. The survey year is FY26. And if you click on the search button, you will be presented with your information as instructor. So your instructor ID, name, last name, email address, country, and so on. You will see the number of evaluation received and you will see the satisfaction score. So in my case, I have received 62.5%, which is below the minimum required of 85, and I'm not available to receive an ACI badge. If you have above 85% and you're currently not holding an active ACI badge, Please note that this process is not automated. So if you have, let's say, 90%, it doesn't mean that you will get the badge automatically. You will have to escalate that with the regional distributor, knowledge point in your case, and they will escalate with Autodesk so you can be given the badge you deserve. Another thing I would like to mention, this is the instructor's view, and all the information shown here are exclusive just for the instructor. So me as an instructor in this case cannot see the results of any other instructors affiliated to my company. However, the site managers, they have access to all the instructors that are working for the site they're managers in, and they can see all the evaluation scores and satisfaction rates and so on. So if you have any doubts on how to measure your satisfaction rate or the numbers of evaluations you have received, please reach out to the regional distributor. Another thing that it's worth mentioning is the time of the evaluations. Basically, the system allows all the students to place their evaluation 60 days after the course end date. After those 60 days are passed, the course will be closed and the students will not be able to place their evaluation. So maybe it's a good practice if you can inform the students when the end date is, so they can do their thing, place the evaluation and obtain the certificate of completion they deserve. Basically, that's all from my side. And yes, at the end of this meeting, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirill, and I hope that maybe, as I reminded you of some features, and maybe there were some new tips and tricks in there. So that's great. Let us then move to our next update and speaker. So I believe all of you already know Anna, so I won't introduce you. I will just hand over to you to take us through some of our delivered and upcoming projects.
Thank you, Thomas. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you again. I'll be going through some of the project updates and what was happening in the previous quarter. So I'll just immediately go to the first one. Thomas, if you can go on the next slide. As hopefully many of you are already familiar and received an email, we launched the updated partner portal, which is kind of like a new and improved version of the previous portal we had. On the screen, you are seeing the link to the portal. We will share this presentation and the video recording after this call. So I encourage all of you to click on the link and check if you already have access and if you are able to log in properly. And if not, do send an email to the ALP support email you're seeing on the screen, and the team will check your access. Mainly, this portal is kind of like the idea is to be kind of like a centralized platform with all of the information available regarding the ALP program available for you, as you may see from the screenshot on the screen. So this is the login page, and the next one is once you are logged in there. There are sections, for example, ALP programs, Autodesk certified instructor, certification, and marketing. And you can access pretty much everything from here. Under marketing, you can find the marketing toolkit with all of the logos, the branding, and you feel free to use every asset in there. For the site managers, existing site managers, we automatically added all of you to the portal, and you should have received kind of like an invitation email. Worth mentioning is that you need to accept it, that email, so you are already there and added to the mailing list. If not, please check your accesses. If you need additional people from your team to have access to this portal, also send us an email on ALP support and we will add those people as well. It's pretty straightforward. I wouldn't go too much through the portal. As you can see, it's really easy to navigate, and hopefully it will bring value to you, and it will be very useful using this, as all of the updates and everything related to the program will be in there. Now, if we move to the next kind of like a project update, is the partner finder. Also, many of you hopefully already saw this. This is kind of like a old new, let's say, platform. You can see the screen on the screen. You can see the link as well. So Partner Finder is kind of like is replacing the previous partner locator and works on a very similar way. The only difference between these two is that in order to be listed on the Partner Finder, you actually have to do it yourself, which is very easy to do it. On the screen, you're seeing the link. You will need to submit your application. It's only a couple of fields you need to populate. The system will ask for your CSN number, which if you're not sure, feel free to send us an email and we will provide you, because each authorized training center has a unique CSN number. We will provide you that number and you can submit your application. You can also check maybe if you're already in there, but you need some updates on your account, let us know and we will do the updates on our end. And this is the screenshot. Basically, this is a tool on the Autodesk website, and the main purpose is whenever someone wants to locate a training center, is interested in training, if they search by location, your organization will be listed in there with your company info, and hopefully people can reach out to you regarding training. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If we go to the next slide, many of you already remember and you know our initiative regarding the Designathon. This was the third year that we did this competition. Some of you all on the call were probably a sponsor as well, and you really helped bring this success, which was a huge success compared to previous years. As you can see later on by the numbers, we are growing year by year. And this is, of course, with your help promoting the Designathon and bringing awareness in your location. So for those of you maybe that don't quite know, Designathon is a student competition, online competition. It's a global event. So students from around the world are competing for the first 3 awards. It is a group competition, so all the students must be part of a 2 to 3 teams with team members, and they don't know the actual challenge till the actual day of the event. This year, the theme was, or the challenge was, that they need to design an outdoor work space on the campus where students can gather around, charge their devices, study, relax, and it should work under all of the weather conditions. The competition itself has great goals behind that, and mainly for long-term awareness. The most important thing is fun. It's bringing people together. They are working together. It's promoting Autodesk learning partners. It's promoting fusion. It's really a fun and competitive way of doing it. This year, we had really great numbers showing the growth that I mentioned earlier, which is 73% compared to last year. And as you can see on the screen, we hit some really amazing numbers compared to last year. On the screen, you're seeing some of the top projects that were submitted and the actual winners. Really amazing. We received amazing number of really great projects, and this year it was really, really hard for the judges to come up with the best of the best. So thank you for all of the sponsors or the Autodesk Learning Partners that really helped this year. And yeah, looking forward to Designathon 2026 already. We can move now to the other updates. So besides the Fusion and PDM sector, we are doing something, so promotional campaign in the AEC sector as well. So at the moment, we are producing BIM Realities, is the name. It is kind of like a report and short form of videos and video series, basically capturing experiences of BIM implementation across the AEC sector. This report is kind of like a collaboration between our marketing team and the Autodesk Learning Partners. So we are inviting Autodesk Learning Partners to contribute if they have a story that can fit in great with this report, and basically how they their feedback from their own market. So if you think you have, you can contribute, and this is totally voluntary. So if you think you can contribute and you want to be featured, do reach out. We will get you in touch with the marketing team, and they will share further instructions on the next steps. Pretty much it's great for visibility and brand awareness. You can align with knowledge point leadership, marketing development efforts, and hopefully it will be really beneficial for the future of it. As you can see, there are a couple of there is an explanation, couple of steps on the content and activity. So you don't have to do everything. You can choose, it can be just a short story, or you can record a short video or something else if you feel that you have the right example. In kind of like aligned with this, we are also, the initial steps are already in motion, but it will most probably be realistically next year. We will organize another student competition, which will be called Buildathon. So it will have some similarities to Designathon, but it will be for the AEC sector. On this note, we encourage you, if you, as a learning partner, if you feel that you can support this similar to the Designathon, it will be very much appreciated to get in touch with us, and yeah, we'll work together towards promoting it, bringing awareness, and hopefully making a success like the previous competition. If we go to the next slide, there are some, so we will, this is my maybe favorite update. It's about the annual Learning Partner Summit, which, as you may know, is happening once a year. Last year was in Milan, in Italy, for those of you who attended. This year is scheduled for 28th, 29th of October in Marrakesh, which we are all very excited. So if you've been to previous summit, you know how, you know the benefits pretty much of attending. If you haven't been to a summit yet, there are a couple of benefits. Mainly, it is because we are doing it together with another distributor, TDC Next. It's a global event, so your peers from around the world are joining in person. We are there, Autodesk stakeholders as well. So it's very great for, first for networking, then to hear about current and future trends and future plans for the program. You can hear from Autodesk directly, some external speakers as well. It's really also great to hear from other markets and what they have been doing. So yeah, I really encourage you all, if you are able to join, to mention that this summit is a 2-day summit with an evening event, and it's free of charge for all of the partners. You just need to figure out your travel itinerary. There is another exciting part of the summit, which is the Autodesk Learning Partner Excellence Award. As you may know from previous years as well, we are awarding the success of the partners that really went above and beyond in the previous year. And we are awarding their achievements. The nominations are still open, and they should stay open till around beginning of October, I think. There is a direct link you are seeing on the screen. If you haven't already, I also encourage you to nominate yourself or a colleague for one of all of the categories that you will be seeing, and hopefully maybe you will win an award. And you're also seeing as the last part of the screen, that is the registration for the summit. On the link, you will see the 2-day agenda with all of the speakers and, by time. Check it out. And if you need any assistance, if you have issues with logging in on this link, send me an email or send an email to the ALP support, and we will assist you with your registration. Just it's maybe worth mentioning that once you click on this link, it will ask you to create an account, which is your email address and a password, but that doesn't make you a participant of the summit. You actually, after you create your account, you need to populate your details, which is mainly your first name, last name, company, email, address, and passport details. And once you fill that registration form, you will be officially registered for the summit. So hopefully we'll see many of you there this year. So yeah, I believe that is kind of like, yeah, short brief. Basically, you can see the agenda, today agenda for those of you that are interested. As I said, this same agenda is also available on the link, and we will share the presentation so you can kind of like have a better look at the agenda and see what is planned for the summit. Yeah, I think that we are towards the end. If you Thomas go on the next slide, I think it's yeah, it's the Q&A session. So yeah, enough from my side. If you have any questions regarding any of this, type them in the chat or unmute yourself and we'll pick it up. Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you, Kirill. Thank you, Anna, for your presentations. And I wish everyone here on the call a great rest of your day, and see you soon again.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.